entertainment. We're going to have call interviews, on the spot calls. This is just a show that will bring nothing but passion and joy and understanding to all the listeners on the Two Live Stews radio platform. The number one Chief Rocker, Jersey Vern.
This is Key C from the
Kicking It With Key C show.
On the newly rebranded Two Live Stews Radio Network. We will continue to bring you the hottest, most interesting guests and commentary in the areas of social issues, politics, culture, music, and more. Continue to tune in.
X gon' give it to you.
Yo, what's good? This is Trey Frazier on the staff. This is the Barbershop Sports Talk Podcast. Make sure y'all tune in to us every Tuesday night, 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Vince Wright, the sports governor from the great state of Minnesota. Join the rest of us sports zombies on Two Live Stews Radio. That's right, the boys are back. Doug, Ryan, and the rest of us, including me, the sports gov of Minnesota, Vince Wright, also known to the ladies as the Big Smooth. Keep it tuned here. That's right, Two Live Stews Radio.
He's the brain of operations.
I'm telling you right now, book it!
And him, he's along for the ride. But together, they bring you sports like you've never heard before. The Wait a Minute Show, a new way of discussing today's trending sports topics. And now, back to the show with your host, Jolani J.B. Bodie.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Again, you're listening to the Wait a Minute Show with your man, Jelani J.B. Bodie, and my co-host, Lopan. I still haven't figured this out, ladies and gentlemen. There's something. Lopan came to the production meeting. He never comes to the production meeting. Then he shows up to the show on time. And when I mean on time, he was actually 10 minutes early, and he got on good clothes. He doesn't have on sloppy clothes. I don't know what's going on. I haven't figured it out yet. May take me a little bit longer, but Lopan is up to something. He probably going to ask me for some money, but I will figure it out. Trust me, on that. Lopan, don't look at me like that. So, let's get back into football and I just said before the break, there's a brother who's coming back, and this is the title of the show. Zeke is back. He is really back this time. So, yes, Ezekiel Elliott is actually back with the Cowboys. He has finished serving his 6-game suspension. He does not want to talk about it. He doesn't want to talk about anything that happened in the past 6 weeks. So he is not talking to reporters about it if they bring it up. He said, this is my last time I'm going to bring this up. I'm trying to move forward. I'm trying to move on. And y'all are not going to keep taking me back. So I'm going to respect that. I'm not even going to try and go back. Hey, 6 weeks is 6 weeks. 6 games is 6 games. They say he was over there working out, trying to get his mind right. I get it. If you haven't done anything wrong at this point, you did the games. You can't say anything or do anything at this point that's going to change that. So the best thing to do is to move on, move forward, and hopefully in the future, maybe something will come out that either prove him, he was right, or maybe something to prove he's wrong. But at this point, it looks like he's like, look, if something come out, it proves me right, then we'll talk about it. At this point, we ain't got nothing to talk about because I already did the 6 games. We're done with that. Now I got to worry about, these Seahawks. So now he's back. Now the big question is that, can the Cowboys need a lot of help at this point to get into the playoffs? They need someone out of the NFC South to lose 2 games, and they got to win their last 2. So this week is against Seattle. Now it's not the same Seattle Seahawks that they've been before the Legion of Boom. They missing 2 key figures in Richard Sherman and Cam Chancellor. And you got guys, quarreling back and forth like Wagner and Earl Thomas, at this point. Now, this is something that they do. They go at each other and they say stuff. And then at the end of the day, they love each other and all that stuff. But this team is not what they used to be. And Zeke is hungry. And Zeke will probably try to destroy the Seattle Seahawks. Now, to me, I really don't think it's going to be that easy because not only is Zeke talking about he's going to put up 200 yards, his teammates are basically, just saying like, yo, this is it. We going to go ahead and handle this, and now the Seahawks has an opportunity to do what the Seahawks did to the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Seahawks was out there clowning the Jaguars, basically saying, they beat them by 50 and all this stuff. They actually saw the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Jacksonville Jaguars gave them that business. So this is an opportunity for the Seahawks to do the same thing because now Zeke's been going off about what he's going to do, and his teammates is backing him, and they can't wait. So can they do it? Can they actually do it? And to me, I think Zeke will. I think Zeke will get over 100 yards. I don't think that's anything to worry about. The biggest thing that they got to worry about is their passing offense. Can Dak get back to what he was? Is Zeke is going to give them, that much needed of a boost to where it helps out this pass game. Now, they're playing the Seahawks. And then I think, next week they finish the season against the Eagles. Now, they could have some help, with the Eagles if the Eagles win, or actually if Minnesota loses and the Eagles win, then that following week, week 17, they may sit a lot of people. So if the Cowboys can beat the Seahawks, they may have a good chance of beating the Eagles because they'll have players being sat. Did I say that right? Sat. Sit. Whatever. You know what I'm saying. But with this whole Ezekiel thing, I'll just say this. I'll finish it with this. The NFL, in their investigation, I honestly really don't know what they're saying that he did. To me, what I'm getting that they're saying is that the combination, of all the things that he's done in the NFL, because you can't really. I guess they were using, some of the behavior that he had in college, but I think they were really weighing on what he did while he was in the NFL. They're saying we're going to suspend you for 6 games, but they use his interaction in college, I think, as the main leverage. And I still haven't understood, how is that possible? Because I talked about with him pulling up the girl's shirt. Yeah, that's something that you don't do. They were talking about he was speeding. Yeah, that's something that you don't do. If you listen to Doug's show, I probably shouldn't be talking about speeding anyway, so I'll shut up off of that. But to me, it's just like, it's a customized case against every player. With Brady, it's like they customized it. With Zeke, it seems like they customized it. Versus like they're supposed to be, like but Goodell is the judge, jury, and executioner, on it. But he's back. He's looking for blood. I'm wondering how his body's going to hold up. It's been a month and a half. He's been working out. And I'm sure Seattle they're at least going to be up for the task on this. Seattle, I think, is on the outside looking in at this point. They would need a lot of stuff to happen for them to make the playoffs as well. But I think they would be really happy if they could give Zeke, the business and actually, make his comeback maybe something very forgettable, So I'm going to watch pieces of that game. There's still some other games that I want to keep an eye on. over that game, especially if Zeke started going crazy and it gets out of hand, then I'm definitely not watching it. But I'll flip back and forth. Let's just say that, on it. But there's some other games that I'm going to keep my eye on. But Zeke is back, ladies and gentlemen. Zeke is back. Now, I'm going to do something here to end the show. And I appreciate everyone for joining tonight. But this is my hit and misses of the NFL for 2017. So if you've been listening to this show, before the season started, I did some predictions as far as like what would happen, with teams, where they would finish. I did, division rankings. I made, I actually, guaranteed stuff, So I said, you know what? Let's revisit at the beginning before the season started. Let's see how good Jelani has been with his predictions. So there were a lot, so we can't go through all of them. But I picked 4. I got 4 here that I'm going to share with you. And these are my hit and misses, of 2017. So I'll start off being wrong. The first miss that I have here on my list, for some reason, I said that the Los Angeles Rams would finish 4th in the NFC West. Nah, that wasn't right. Los Angeles, give me a hug. I'm sorry. I am so sorry about that. I had no idea that either this team was just playing around that much, or maybe the previous coaching staff just was not that much of the right fit for this team. I've said it before. They have the same players for the most part. You did pick up Sammy Watkins and Robert Woods. I'll give you that. But those are guys that nobody wanted. I've said that. But Jared Goff has taken off. Todd Gurley is back to being who he previously was during his rookie season. That defense is playing very, very well. And the offense, just, Coach McVay, he has the offense actually running like a well-oiled machine. The Rams are 10-4. They weren't even sniffing 500. And remember, Jeff Fisher was on Hard Knocks talking about we're not going to go 5-11, 6-10, 7-9, 8-8. I mean, he started getting into, double-digit numbers, and it did not work out. So I seriously thought that this team, was going to be in a transition phase. I seriously thought that Jared Goff, it was going to take him probably another year or two, to start making moves. And I was wrong. They picked up this brother Cooper Kupp, and Cooper Kupp has been a big contributor, to this team. They got Aaron Donald back, even though maybe he was bluffing anyway, but they got him back. And he's the beast that he is, and you should pay that man. You better pay him at the end of this season. But I was wrong about the Los Angeles Rams. I missed that one. I had them 4th in the division. Mac Farrell said Jeff Fisher is a horrible coach. I don't know if he's a horrible coach. I just think he's a coach stuck in his ways. He had success with it, and he wanted to run the same thing, and he tried to make Todd Gurley his Eddie George. And I just don't think that worked out for the way the NFL plays now, But he was horrible in LA. I mean, and St. Louis. Oh, no, I think he came when they were, I think he was in St. Louis. Yeah, he was there with St. Louis. So, yeah, your record, you are what you are when with your record, AKA Bill Park sells. Here's a hit. I'm going to go with a hit that I had. I'm taking credit for this because I'm in the round, and I was one of the few. And that's why I'm really taking credit for this. But I'm taking credit for at the beginning of the season when I did